Hey YouTube, what is going on? HGR here, back in the hidden game room. And Captain Algebra recently did a trade with Do You Nerd for a Turbografx 16. So he put his thing out there asking where were some of the good titles for the system. So I can't really help him with that, but I'm going to show you my collection and just HuCard games. I'm not getting into any of my CD games. I'll touch on it just a little bit at the end, but I'm going to show you my North American collection and my Japan collection for the PC Engine, which the HuCards are region locked and the CDs are not. So you can play CDs from either region on either system, but for US, if you have a Turbografx 16, you can only play Turbografx 16 cards. If you have a PC Engine, you can only play PC Engine cards. But for CDs, it doesn't matter. So anyway, in no particular order. First up, and they're all in dust sleeves. I'm not going to take them out, so I hope you can see them. Hit the Ice. That's a really fun kind of hockey game, kind of like NFL Blitz, but hockey version for back in the day. Sports TV Hockey. Sports TV Football. So that game's kind of fun once you get used to it. My all-time favorites, Splatterhouse. And that, by the way, at the end I'm going to show gameplay of my top 10 favorite, not necessarily favorite ones, but the ones I played the most. And I'll put that at the end of the video. I just want to run through the collection right quick. Blazing Lasers, which I actually got Blazing Lasers for free when I bought my Turbo Express, which is the portable Turbografx 16. It was at the game store, and they had that in the system as the demo game. So for $100, got a Turbo Express and Blazing Lasers. R-Type for the Turbografx, very good version of R-Type. Night Creatures for the Turbografx. Like I said, I don't know what these are worth. I really don't care. Haven't looked up values in a while, and I've had these for quite a long time, some of them. Space Harrier for Turbografx. Gunboat for Turbografx 16. Tailspin Turbografx. Now I love watching the cartoon The Tailspin, so I'm always looking for a good Tailspin game. And so far, that's probably the best one I've found so far. Falcon. Now Falcon gets a lot of hate, but if you give it a minute and realize what it is, it's not that bad of a game. Power Golf. And the Mario of the Turbografx 16, Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. That was the release game for the system. And you always hear about Bonk's Adventure, but that didn't come with it, believe it or not. Military Madness. This is an awesome turn-based strategy game set in space, and Japan got version 2 of that, which is called Neo Necros 2 CD game. But anyway, Final Lap Twin. This is probably one of the best RPGs on the system. This has a racing mode and then a quest mode, and the quest mode is what really made that game. Ninja Spirit. Sidearms, good side-scrolling shooter. I've got Legendary Axe, port from Sega, I think. I don't remember exactly what that plays like. Bonk's Revenge, Bonk's Adventure, Pac-Land. This game sucks, by the way. Fantasy Zone for the Turbografx. Impossimo. Moto Rotor, sorry. I said Moto Rooter. Vigilante. Kind of a 16-bit kung fu. And this goofy game here, Battle Royale. It's a comedy wrestling game for the Turbografx 16. And so if you want to see any gameplay of those or anything more in depth about them, let me know in the comments. Besides the 10 I'm going to cover at the end of the video. And real quick, let me run through my PC Engine HuCards. Vegas Tactical Gladiator, and this one actually has a US release, and I didn't realize it when I bought this, so I would have bought the US version instead of this one, but here's what it is. Knight Rider Special. It's kind of like the NES Knight Rider game, but much better graphics. P47. So I've showed this in my top 5 shooters for the PC Engine. Salamander, which is what we got as Life Force on the Nintendo. Dante Twin B. Got a hair on it. That's a very good port. It's not quite. It's probably better than the Super Nintendo version, but you don't have as much functionality because the Turbografx PC Engine only has a 2-button controller. Metal Stroker. That's kind of a shmup tank game. Desmond 2, or that's what I call it. This is like a World War II shoot 'em up, and those are all featured in my video. And here's my Gradius for PC Engine. This was not released in North America on the Turbografx 16, but I'm not sure why. And my last one, the Street Fighter 2. So with this one, if you don't have the 6-button controller to switch between punch and kick, you have to hit the select button and then use your buttons to switch between attacks. So anyway, have that. And now real quick, I want to just touch on the CD games. And Captain Algebra doesn't have the CD, so that's why I'm mostly focusing on the U cards. But just to show you, if you do get the CD attachment, there's 2 Hue cards that you need to play CDs. The first one is this one, the Turbografx CD system card, which is the 2.0 card. And when you plug it in, it'll say 2.0 on the screen. And with that card, you can play the Turbografx 16 CD games like this one. This is Lords of the Rising Sun, just a regular CD. You can play those with that card. But if you want to play like Riot Zone, Turbo Duo, which is Super CD-ROM 2, so you have to have either the Turbo Duo, which is the all-in-one machine, or you have to have the Super System Card version 3.0. So with that, you can play these and these, and with this, you can only play those. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna get the CD, you have to have the 3.0 card to play Super System games. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the gameplay at the end of this if you want to see it. If not, I'll catch y'all at the next one.